have the world's most perfect houseplants because I'm the perfect plant mom.
That is wrong. I have a lot of struggling plants in my collection, and today I wanted to share with you some of those struggling plants because I don't think we should always share plant highlights or our favorite plants that's doing great. It becomes a little bit real when you can share your struggling houseplants. And last year I did a video where I downsized my collection in the craziest way. I've changed a lot from that time. I did not have the opportunity to rehome them because of the things that we were going through last year. There were some plants that weren't my favorite, and I didn't have anyone in my neighborhood to give them to, but now I do. I have found some plant people in my neighborhood. With all that said, I'm going to share with you some of my struggling plants. All right, so the first one, this is a standing video because I can't sit down with this one. So the first one is my Florida green. This Florida green is one that this is a leaf that I just lost, and this is another leaf that I lost just now. Well, not just now because it's been browning for a while. I'm sure that this is salvageable and rehabable, and I will be doing that. I should just take this off. I have the top cut of this Florida green in the other bedroom, and that one's doing fine. This is the bottom cut, and it is not happy. I had labeled these plants my Hall of Shame plants. I have a few. So this is a Florida green. I am going to rehab this. I'm going to be doing a video on these plants as a plant makeover in the hopes I will either keep them or rehome them to someone else. The stem started getting really top heavy and I had to do something about it. So I air layered it and chopped it. And this is the bottom part. It's just been neglected and it actually wants to grow. It wants to grow another shoot from right there and this as well. So we're gonna do something about that. All right, so the next plant is, this is a pink princess. Okay, there's actually two. So this is the bottom cut of the pink princess, okay? And this is the top cut, both struggling. When I chopped this plant and treated it for spider mites, it was not happy. So I don't think this is salvageable. I'm not going to keep this. Yeah, no. But I'm going to keep this. I'm going to chop this up into different nodes and then rehome it and probably keep a cutting and then rehome the rest of it to someone else that would want it. One of the problems I had with this plant is that it grew quickly and the stem kept getting thicker and thicker and it was very top heavy. And I think as a result of that, I just neglected it and this is kind of what happened. I don't really do well with pink princesses because I think they need a lot of light to keep that variegation. And I actually like it a little dark. I'm in a tough place with this one. But I'm going to be rehabbing this one as well. Not in this video. This video should just show you how I struggle with my plants. Okay, so this one is my Monstera Peru. The second video on my channel is sharing how difficult this plant was. And that was over a year ago. And it is still difficult. I don't know what I'm going to do about this one. I am going to continue rooting it in fluval and seeing if somebody wants to take it home after it looks a little better. But yeah, this, I just have not figured out this plant. I think I'm definitely not going to keep it, but I'm going to give it to somebody that would want it. The next plant is, this is, I don't know what it's, I forget what it's called, but a dragon's tail. This was in my IKEA cabinet, the small one right there. And this runner grew into the grooves of the cabinet and I had to pry it out. So, I mean, I like that I have all this new plant, right? Possible new plant with these runners, but I don't really like this plant. I When I got it, I'm like, what was I thinking? I don't think I like how it grows. I don't like it. But I am going to reroot it and see if anyone in my neighborhood wants it, or if somebody that's coming to my house soon wants a cutting of this, I'd be happy to give it to you. You know who I'm talking about. I only have one begonia that is struggling, and I had already shared that plant in my begonia repot video. So I'm not going to show that plant, but that's the only one begonia that I have that's struggling. All the other begonias I have are doing fine. Kind of. The next one, this one is definitely one that I'm going to keep and try to see if I can figure out. I'm not sure if it has bad genes. Could it have bad genes? I don't know. This is a Thai constellation, and the one that my original plant is thriving and doing great. This one is not. I did get this plant when my other one started getting on the struggle bus and was not gonna make it. So I bought another one back when it was kind of expensive still. I moved this to Leca, and it's just not, it's been in Leca for like a year, and it's not giving me any new leaves. I don't do well with Leca because I think it's the flushing. I think that's where I struggle. There's a lot of roots at the bottom, and I'm sure, and there's a lot. I mean, look at that nice thick root right here. That's looking for water. Yeah, we're gonna be giving this a little rehab as well, hoping I can get this plant to do something for me again. This is one of my problems. This is one of my problems. I have a problem with the watering. I even watering cuttings. I wonder if I can save this because I thought this tradescantia was really pretty. Maybe I'll see. I don't know. So this one is my Epipremnum Shangri-La. Yeah, I've lost a lot of leaves here, and it's on a cork plank, and it's just grown out of the cork plank, and I've not given it a new one. This plant is actually a really fast growing plant, which is why this happened. It actually reminds me of a begonia, the way it grows really fast. We're going to rehab this plant and turn it into a hanging basket. All these nodes will have a new shoot, and I'll either keep it or give it away. I might make 2 hanging baskets from this so I can give it to someone else and then possibly keep the other one. I'm not sure, but I do like having this plant. I enjoy it. It's just if a plant is fast growing, I guess I should have been prepared for it. I was not. This is my struggling Philodendron Tortum. I moved it to our bedroom in an east window, and it's just not liked that area, and I think it's because it's just too cold. So now I've moved it out and put it in the kitchen because this plant is supposed to go to someone, and I'm not going to give her a plant that is on the struggle bus. I want to get this plant healthy again. I repotted this just a little bit ago. We're going to take a look at the roots to see what's going on, but I think it's just been so cold. It's just not done well. I mean, this leaf is going. It's actually soft. It's getting soft. And this one's going to go soon. It's already getting a little yellowy. I'm not sure if I'm having issues with this plant because I'm just not good with it. This is the wide form Philodendron Tortum, and this is the narrow form. I know there's actually an argument online that this is not the case, that they're both the same plant. I think they're different. This one's doing fine and this one's not, but you can tell that there is clearly a difference. I actually think this one's really pretty too. This one's also pretty. All right, so this one is my Scindapsus Silvery Ann. Since I got this plant, I've done nothing with it. I got it from an Etsy store that I often shop at. And it's, yeah, there's absolutely no leaves on this stem. We're going to give this a nice little makeover and see if we can get this plant healthy again. I will look at the roots and see if there's anything going on with the roots. But it could just be my neglect of watering. I do like having this, and I love a hanging plant, but sparse, but it's gonna get a trim and a makeover soon. I usually water this when it's thirsty. I wait for it to be thirsty before I water it, and it seemed to not like it. Maybe it needs more light. It needs something. So we're gonna give it a rehab and see how I can fix it. This plant I featured on my Peperomia video. It's not really grown a whole lot for me, and the coloring, this is called the Grayscale Peperomia, and the coloring was a lot deeper than this. I really don't know what's wrong with it. I have had problems since I got it of just it being just stagnant like this. So I'm going to cut it and reroot it and see if I can get the cutting going, because I do want to keep this plant. I like it. If you have this, please tell me how you care for it and what is your secret. Another Peperomia. This is the Peperomia trinervis, and my goodness, the leaves are so tiny on here, and when I got the plant, the leaves were pretty big, so that tells me it's just not happy. I moved it to more light and it burned the leaves. It turned it to a lot paler color, and then I took it away from the light and it started getting leggy, and like the leaves are so small. This plant is an easily propagated plant. So we're going to snip and put it back into the pot, but we're going to do a little rehab on it before we do, because then I can get a fuller plant and see if I can get this to grow better. I like how it trails down. I mean, these leaves are really delicate and pretty, but yeah, not figured out this plant. I know it wants a lot of humidity, and it is in the IKEA cabinet. All right, one more. So this, I'll have to put the name of it on the bottom. It's a, oh God, it's so dry. It's so dry. That, yeah, I think it's not happy. It's a little soft. It's not, and like, and over here is brown. Is that a mealybug? Oh, oh, I have mealies on here. No wonder. Okay. That's a big ass mealybug too. Maybe there was root mealies on here this whole time. All right, well, okay. Let me show you the mealybug. So that's what I'm talking about. The plant is brown at the bottom. I feel like it's a little soft as we get to the top. Yeah, but there's totally a mealybug on there. Look at that. Look at that. Is there any more? Is that one right there? No. I think I've kept this too dry. I'm so not good at watering. I struggle with watering cacti and succulents because you don't want to water it too often, and I think that's where I have an issue is with the watering. But I'm gonna get rid of this mealybug right now. I have a alcohol swabber, and I'm just gonna get rid of that now on the plant. Oh, somehow I knew you had mealies. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to unpot this and see if there's any root mealies. You know, I got rid of spider mites. I don't have spider mites anymore, but now I have mealies. But mealies are, I think, a lot easier to deal with than spider mites, dare I say. I've had mealies before. I usually see like 1 or 2 or 3 or on one plant, and I treat it and it goes away. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about this cactus right here. We'll see. If you have any ideas, let me know, and I will consider it, because I don't really know how to reroot a cactus. So yeah, that's it. That's my struggling plants. I want this channel to be a place where we're on a journey together. So tell me about your struggling plants and what you're dealing with, and let's figure it out together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.